In this short video, we're going to look at a couple ways to use the advanced if statements. The first way is called short-circuiting. So with short-circuiting, it's going to look at the first part of a compound Boolean expression and evaluate it. And then depending upon what type of compound statement it is and what the first part evaluates to, determine whether or not it should look at the second one. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is look at the and also. How this differs from just a standard and. So for if int number is greater than 0 and also int number 2 is greater than 0, what happens with short circuiting is it's going to look at int num1 greater than 0. If this evaluates to true, then it knows that it should go ahead and evaluate the second one. However, if int num1 is greater than 0, evaluates to false. Remember, with an and, both have to evaluate to true in order for it to be true. So if the int num1 greater than 0 is false, it doesn't need to bother with evaluating int num2 greater than 0. So in this case, if int num1 or the first expression is false, with and also short-circuiting, it will not continue to evaluate and save processing. With the or else, it does the same basic idea. Remember, with or else, both have to evaluate, either one can evaluate to true. So if int num1 is greater than 0, if that evaluates to true, then it doesn't need to bother with evaluating the second part because it already has one that's true, so it knows that the whole expression can be true. So this is short-circuiting, and why you would want to do it is basically to save processing time and power. Now, you can also use an if statement when you assign the value of a variable. So instead of saying something like if a is less than b, then var name equals less than 10, else var name equals greater than 10, you can do it on one line. So the generic format is if your variable name, as whatever data type it is, equals, and then you're going to type the if and then an open parentheses. You'll look at the comparison. The comparison is simply your Boolean expression. A is less than b, x is greater than 0, whatever it happens to be. Comma, and then if that evaluated to true, what would you want to happen? That value goes there. And then comma, whatever you want to happen if the value is false. So in the example, dim string name is string equals if a is less than b, then less than 10 is going to be assigned into the string name. Otherwise, greater than 10 is going to be assigned into the string name. So those are two different ways that we can use if statements in an advanced manner.